Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rockingham Speedway, North Carolina Motor Speedway, or just the Rock. Rockingham is among stock car racing's most historic racetracks. Opened in October 1965, Rockingham hosted two NASCAR Cup Series races annually until 2004, when it was dropped from the schedule. During those 4 decades, a virtual who's who of stock car racing visited Victory Lane at Rockingham, beginning with Curtis Turner, winner of 1965's inaugural American 500, and going on to include Richard Petty, David Pearson, Cal Yarborough, Darrell Waltrip, Bill Elliott, Dale Earnhardt, and Matt Kenseth winning the final race in 2004. Opened as a flat 1-mile oval, Rockingham underwent a major overhaul in 1969 when it was reconfigured to a D-shaped high-banked track measuring just over a mile. Track surface has been proven to be particularly abrasive, adding tire conservation to the track's already daunting challenges. In recent years, Rockingham has played host to NASCAR Truck Series, ARCA Series, Whelen Southern Modified Tour, and UARA Stars Late Model Series. But today, it's the My Cricut Makes Truck Series, and it's next on HBR TV. Good afternoon, everyone, again, and welcome to Rockingham Speedway. Got a little bit of a late start here in the practice session this afternoon, and thought we had a little extra time, but they went ahead and moved the session up, so we're joining mid-qualifying. A couple guys have already taken a time on the speedway right now. We do have the number 6 machine, Pete Woodrum out of Itman, West Virginia. Right now, Mark Thomas, top of the board at 24.10. Shane Wagner hits the track, the number 26 Chevy Silverado. Starts lap 1 of 2 here at the Rock. Shane Wagner crossed the line 9th quick. .681 for the number 26 machine. Lap 2 for Wagner. It's a bit quicker, 24.313, good enough for a top 5 starting position. Rolls off 5th. Provisionally, few trucks not to take the field just yet as far as qualifying goes. Steve Requino, Joe Marks, Kevin Newborn, and Ben Choate. Zach Millett, the 315, rolling out onto the speedway for his first of 2 laps. Zach was quick in practice. We'll see if he can back it up here in the qualifying session. Lap 1 for Zach Millett, 24.134, front row, second quick. Let's see if he can pick it up here. Challenge for the pole on lap number 2. That Cuts the truck hard down to the bottom there on the apron, crosses the line. 24:15, not faster. We'll start outside front row, at least for now. Right now, your top 10, Mark Thomas, Zach Millett, Mike LaJoie, Kevin Feemster, Pete Woodrum, Shane Wagner, Brian Rupert, Eric Beadle, Brian Torsha, Jamie Kerr. Top 10. 10 trucks have taken lap times, at least that had counted. Got Steve Requino on the track as well, getting ready to take the green for his laps. Steve Requino off turn 4 crosses the line. Lap 1, a 24.656. That's good enough for 12th. Ben Choate crosses 24.354. That's 7th fast. He's on his second lap into 3 and 4 right now. The number 1, My Cricket Makes Toyota. And does Ben Choate improve? He does. Top 5, 24.289 for the number 1 truck. Meanwhile, Steve Requino, he tops everybody. 24.092 for the number 24, takes the pole position. 3 trucks left. Oh, 2 only to make an attempt here. Joe Marks, Kevin Newborn, if they decide to roll out. With that, we're going to step aside here, take a short break. We will be back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Rockingham, North Carolina. My Cricket Makes Truck Series in action here tonight. Qualifying just about wrapped up. Officially 30 seconds left in the session. Steve Requino, Mark Thomas, currently your front row. Before we wrap things up here, let's get a word here from the sponsors. It is the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. My Cricket Makes custom-made signs and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. Special thanks to LSI Litchfield Specialty, primary sponsor of the LSI ARCA series. Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. Qualifying is in the books. Let's get to our starting grid for tonight's My Cricket Makes Truck Series event from Rockingham, North Carolina. On the pole position, it is the number 24 of Steve Requino. Starting to his outside, it's the 50 of Mark Thomas. Row number 2, it's Zach Millett, the 315 truck. Zach's been a relative newcomer to this series and put on a show as of late. Starts there in that second row in the 3rd spot, with Mike LaJoie starting 4th. Starting 5th, it is the 1 of Ben Choate with My Cricket Makes. 6th place, Kevin Feemster, the number 7 truck. Starting in the 7th position, it is Pete Woodrum in the 6th, with Shane Wagner to his outside in the number 26. Starting in the 9th position, it is Brian Rupert in the 8th, with Eric Beadle in the 19th, with Beadle Motorsports starting 10th. Brian Torsha will roll off in the 11th spot with Jamie Kerr, the number 75, starting 12th. Starting 13th, the 20 of Aaron Conover, with Ronaldo McKinnon, the number 52, starting 14th. Kevin Newborn and Joe Marks will be 15th and 16th at the back of the field. Not sure if Joe Marks is going to roll off a pit lane here or not, but either way, classified, so we'll mention him. Your starting grid here for the My Cricut Makes Truck series from Rockingham, North Carolina. Field is formed up on the backstretch. I believe we're going to get the green flag this time by. Pace car is down, waiting on a green flag. Steve Requino leads the field to it. Flag waves. We're underway here at Rockingham Speedway. Everybody comes up to speed. Ooh, Mark Thomas in the wall just a bit off turn 2 on the opening lap. Steve Requino inherits the top spot. Really doesn't inherit it. Started there, keeps it. 315 is Zach Millett, though, right to the tailgate of that number 24 Napa Auto Care Silverado. Taking a look to the outside through the bumps, though. Saves the car. Zach Millett got real loose off turn 4. Got into the rough bumps there in turn 4. Gathers the truck back up and back on the charge. Zach Millett now back to the bottom, trying to make a move to the inside of Steve Requino for the lead. Coming to lap 4. Requino edges to the front, but does Zach Millett pull it off? No, not quite. Still to the door, maybe the left lower quarter. Millett down low. Requino with some momentum on the high side. These two doing battle for the top spot in front of the field, while Mark Thomas, first lap contact with the outside wall, has started to close back in. Millett switches up the lane, goes to the high side around Requino. Little wiggle off turn 4, keeps it straight. Requino battling back to the side of the 315 into turns 3 and 4. Millett goes to the high side once again. Now he's got the momentum off the corner. He's going to clear the 24 and lead this lap. Zach Millett already starting to set sail on the 24. Mark Thomas was starting to close in on Steve Requino as well, trying to take over that second spot, but Requino has pulled it back out to about 4 or 5 truck lengths over the 50 of Mark Thomas. Battle for Ben Choate here. Kevin Feemster, Mike LaJoy all together. Choate's got the 4th spot, LaJoy 5th, Feemster 6th. Close quarters action there in turns 1 and 2, all the way back around now into turn number 4. Now the battle really between LaJoy and Feemster. Choate starting to edge over the 29 by about 2 truck lengths. Feemster looks quick, just drives it down to the bottom there, already almost below the yellow line. Didn't seem to work out though for him. He lost a couple of truck lengths on the 29 of Mike LaJoy. Meanwhile, the 8 of Brian Rupert starting to close down the gap to the Sugarlands Shine number 7. Right on board with the 7 of Feemster, looking back Brian Rupert had to check up there off turn 2. Riding on board with Brian Rupert, he tries to track down the 7 of Feemster. Seems a bit quicker, is able to maybe get to that back bumper, but not much else. Coming to lap 12. Rupert seems quick there, right in behind the 7 of Kevin Feemster. Not sure if he's got enough to get to or get alongside the 7. Last lap was about a half-tenth faster. Mike LaJoie starting to pull away from these two as well. LaJoie runs in the 5th spot. Ben Choate now starting to track down the top 3. Mark Thomas is next on the hit list for the 1. Mark Thomas about 0.6 of a second up in front of the 1 of Ben Choate. Mark Thomas now to the back bumper of the 24, Steve Requeno. 24 started on pole, but since then, Zach Millett has pulled away from second place running truck quite a distance, 2.5 seconds the advantage to the 315, lap 16 in the books. Mark Thomas trying to make a move to the inside on Steve Requeno. This is for the 2nd spot into turns 1 and 2. Requeno all the way up to the wall. Mark Thomas right in the middle lane. While it all goes down, Ben Choate has caught the 50, and Mike LaJoie is starting to come into this picture as well. 3 trucks now battle for the 2nd spot. Requeno goes high. Thomas and Choate, well, Choate was low, but slides it up in behind the 24 for a moment. Mark Thomas is going to take the 2nd position away. Steve Requeno now struggling to keep the 1 of Ben Choate in behind as well. Ben Choate's been on a good pace, on a tear since the start of this race. Moving his way through the field. He's up 2 spots now once he gets by the 24. Move Ben Choate into the top 3. It's a good looking truck. Mike LaJoie making a move now. He's trying to take over this position from Steve Requino. Does it handily, move the 29 up to the 4th position. Requino back to 5th. Steve Requino had some pace real early on in the race. Lightning quick right out of the gate. Fortunately for the 24, unable to keep that pace. Maybe pushed a little too hard too early. Tires certainly seemingly falling off here on the 24 machine as he does start to fall back through the field. Now he's got the 8 of Brian Rupert in his mirror as well. Rupert up top, trying to build some momentum. Trying to catch the 24 and then ultimately take that top 5 position away. Right now, this is the closest battle on the racetrack. We're 25 laps in already, quarter distance. Steve Requino has the 5th spot. Brian Rupert trying to find a line that's going to close the gap. He seems to gain some ground into turns 3 and 4, but the rest of the way around, the 24 Requino pulls it away. About a 4 truck length advantage as the caution comes out for Kevin Newborn. Kevin Newborn in trouble. Not sure exactly what happened there with the 51. Let's take a look. Go to the instant replay. Ronaldo McKinnon and Newborn here. Looks like the 51 may be going to the inside. Just drives right into the 52, at least from this perspective. Both trucks getting tangled up in that one. Riding on board with the 51, a Newborn in slow motion here. Newborn didn't cut McKinnon any slack there, but it's tough to really say. I don't know how McKinnon was taking that corner previous laps, if that was a new line, a defensive line, but either way, those two come together and wreck in the corner together. Bringing out our first caution here. Was it about lap 25 when it came out? Going to erase that advantage that the 315 of Zach Millett had. Allow the 50 of Mark Thomas to get caught up. Again, Mark had his troubles on the opening lap, gets into the outside safer barrier off turn number 2. I don't know how badly damaged that truck is, if it really is at all. He seemed to be able to work his way back up through the field without any issues. They do have a couple of fast repairs if they need it this evening. 2 sets of tires over the wall, and they are working on 65% fuel load. So that could come into play as far as knowing when to stop, top off the tank, and knowing what you're going to need to get to the finish. Again, 100 laps the distance here this afternoon in Rockingham. We're 28 laps in. Hopefully from this camera angle we can get a look at the right side of the 50 as it crosses the flag stand, see what kind of damage, if any, Mark Thomas has on that machine. Unless he pit. Actually, that thing looks pretty clean. Must have got away with one there, because that truck looks clean and green. All 4 corners, ready for action. Well, once again, we are under the caution. Let's take a moment to thank the sponsors. It is the My Cricut Makes Truck Series. My Cricut makes custom-made signs and a lot more. Contact Tabitha Brown at 618-340-0900. And thanks to LSI Litchfield Specialty, primary sponsor of the LSI ARCA series. And Sudath Taxidermy, competition quality at a commercial price. Contact award-winning taxidermist James Sudath at 636-544-7836. And to D. Dixon & Sons Trucking Incorporated. And special thanks to TRS, theracing-school.net. Call 877-CAN-RACE for your opportunity to drive a full-bodied stock car or tour-type modified. Got packages ready to go for whatever meets your budget or your needs. And their 2022 schedule is available. Opens April 9th through the end of October, weather permitting. Field on the 1 to go signal right now, forming up 2x2. Lights are off on the pace car, which means we go back to green the next time by lap 31. Field looks good off of 4. Pace car peels off the banking, waiting on the starter to wave the flag. Zach can fire when he's ready. He does. 315 of Millet back in the power. Ben Choate, Mark Thomas in behind. Good start for the 315 of Millet. Turn number 2 down the backstretch they roll. Couple of cars into the fence, couple of trucks into the fence off turn 2. Everybody gets away clean though. Maybe a little right side damage out of that deal. I'm not sure who it was. It was mid-pack or further. Ben Choate has gone around the 50 of Mark Thomas, moved Choate up to the 2nd spot, working a different line than Zach Millet. High, wide, and handsome is the number 1 machine off turn number 2 with a good run down the back. Couple of truck lengths separating himself and the 315 of Zach Millet. They're into 3 and 4. And Ben Choate taking an extreme high line compared to the leader of Zach Millet. Mark Thomas is kind of in between, a little bit middle, a little bit high. We see Ben Choate gains a lot of ground down the straightaway there. That momentum carried off turn number 2 allowed him to catch up to 315 of Zach Millet. Zach's going to cross the line here still as the leader, but will he the next time by? It's going to be hard to say. If Ben can get that kind of run this time as well, going to be close. Big diamond for the 1 of Ben Choate. Another run down the straightaway. Can he have him into 3? Not quite. Those of you choosing to watch this broadcast versus the Xfinity race, first of all, I thank you. Second of all, it is in the books, so if you don't want me to spoil it for you, plug your ears. But the winner at the Xfinity race, well, it's Ty Gibbs. Second place was Austin Hill. Through all that, though, new leader, Ben Choate. Now Mike LaJoie. Oh, Ben Choate in the fence a bit into turn number 1. Mike LaJoie is going to clear the 1, take the lead officially. Ben Choate now 2nd. Zach Millet 3rd. Mark Thomas 4th. Amy Kerr has worked his way up into the 5th position, and these guys are starting to gain ground on the leaders as well. And there you have it. Mike LaJoie now starting to check out. Already a gap of 0.8 of a second back to the 1 of Ben Choate. Mark Thomas making a move to the inside. Now he was going to try and take this spot away from Zach Millet. Zach may have burned up his stuff in the first third of this race. Chewed off some rubber off those Goodyear Racing Eagles. Not quite up to snuff to what they were previously. Again, Mike LaJoie out in front. Ben Choate is 2nd. Right now, Zach Millet fighting for that 3rd position. Mark Thomas down low, trying to take it back away. Amy Kerr may decide to follow the 50 right on through and move himself to 4th. Zach stuck up on the high side, not working out for him as it did with Ben Choate. Zach Millett slips to the 6th spot. Ben Choate's now 2nd. Mark Thomas is in the 3rd spot, trying to take advantage. Again, Ben's still running that ultra high line. It's good for momentum, but unfortunately for him, Mark Thomas has managed to get a fender down low. Choate goes up the top once again. Mark gonna try and drive underneath him into turn number 4 here. Off exit. Gonna be Choate at the line. Not by much though. Mark Thomas may have him clear off turn 2 unless, again, Ben can work the momentum on the high side like he has been doing. Second through 5th here doing battle. While it all happens, Mike LaJoy is checking out. 4.5 seconds the advantage for leader Mike LaJoy. Now Ben's got pressure on the outside. Shane Wagner up top trying to take the spot away. Actually takes the line away from Ben Choate. Shane Wagner goes around, takes the 2nd spot. Ben Choate now battling for the 3rd spot. Jamie Kerr down low trying to steal it away. Jamie Kerr into 3rd. Another situation here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Choose up tires, and that's seemingly what's happening. You didn't see guys take the opportunity to get tires, at least not everybody, on that last caution in lap 27. We're lap 43 here, just shy of halfway, but tire wear coming to play. 6th place running truck of Zach Millett looked to be the class of the field early, but maybe burned up his stuff a little bit too soon as he has slipped back just a bit. Early leader Steve Requino under pressure by Ronaldo McKinnon. Requino not sure what's going on with the 24, but it just doesn't like the dirty air, but Steve was up front, started this race from the pole position, finds himself 12th with only 1 car behind him left on the lead lap.
Should be a caution. Caution's out.
Caution is out. It looks like Ben Choate is in trouble. Front runner Ben Choate, trouble down the backstretch, it appears. Truck looks to be in one piece here. Let's try to get a look and see what happened to the one. Bring us under our 2nd caution of the afternoon. Off turn 2. No, yeah, it gets into the fence. Tank slaps a bit. Contact with the 50. Catches him in the left front fender. Around he goes. He's been way up out of the groove. Into the fence. The chance you take when you run the high side is you don't have a whole lot of room to save it if you get into trouble. And showed into the pit lane. Still stays on the lead lap for now. He's going to have some repairs to get done. Again, 2 quick repairs to be used. He'll probably burn one of them right here. Yes, he does. Steve Requino in his pit stall again, the end of pit lane. 4 tires and fuel for the 24 truck. Down and away. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rock, North Carolina Motor Speedway. The My Cricut Makes Truck Series, just about halfway here at the Speedway under our third caution of the afternoon. This time for Ben Choate getting caught up with the 50 of Mark Thomas, not by his doing, just got into the outside wall off of turn number 2, tried to save it. Catches the left front of Mark Thomas. Mark drives on, but the one of Choate catches the wall. Fast repair used up by the one there in the back tail end of the field, I believe, but still in the hunt for this as we got plenty of racing left. Pace car lights are off. We're going to go back to green here this time by on the front row, Shane Wagner and Jamie Kerr to his outside. Shane Wagner comes up to speed, as does the rest of the field. A good jump for the 26. Another good jump for Mike LaJoie in the second spot. He's looking inside Jamie Kerr. Shane Wagner already checked out, almost a half-second advantage over the 75 of Jamie Kerr. Jamie's able to move back in front of the 29 of LaJoie. Handily take back the second spot by about 4 truck lengths as they cross the line. Lap 51, we're past halfway. This race is official. LaJoie runs third, Mark Thomas fourth, and there's Aaron Conover peeking his nose into the 5th spot, while Mark Thomas has a good run off of 2, trying to take away the 3rd position. Mark Thomas out of a cannon this time on this restart. Quickly dispatches the 29. Now he's working on the 75 of Jamie Kerr. Looking to the inside. Jamie slides up a groove. Mark Thomas now down to the bottom lane, off of the corner. Coming to start finish. Not quite yet, but might get him here into turns 1 and 2. Jamie battles back on the high side. This is also allowing Mike LaJoie to catch back up. But no, Mark Thomas, he's going to have the 75 clear off turn number 2. Advantage for the 26 of Wagner has quickly evaporated. The 50 of Mark Thomas has decided to push harder than he has all afternoon so far. That or he's just gotten comfortable with that machine, but down to the bottom, making a look to the inside for the top spot. Not quite there yet. Wagner defends, drops the truck low just a bit, now back up high, trying to break up the air in front of the nose of the 50. Into turns 1 and 2. Mark Thomas still on the attack. Good run off turn 2, gets the fence though, keeps his foot in it. A truck length the advantage for Shane Wagner into turn number 3. Shane Wagner still with the lead, but Mark Thomas not giving up yet. A truck length the advantage for the 26. Mark Thomas trying to close down the gap ever so slightly. Seems to have the faster truck at this point in the race, but gotta wonder, are these guys going to burn up these tires sooner than they had planned? We saw that happen with Steve Requeno and Zach Millett early on. Millett and Requeno, ironically, 7th and 8th here on the Speedway. Top 2 starting to get away from the rest of the field. Mike LaJoie a ways back. Just about a full second advantage back to the 29 truck. The top 2, Shane Wagner, Mark Thomas, making it look easy at the front of the field. I still think Mark Thomas might be a tick faster as they work through 3 and 4. Dirty air may be the only thing keeping him from pulling away from the rest of these guys, but he's got to get by the 26 before he's going to remedy that problem. High side. Mark Thomas up top with the momentum off 2 to the right side of the 26 down the backstretch. It's a bit of a drag race into 3. Still up top, Mark Thomas pulling that Larson line. And there's the momentum. Does he have the 26 clear off of 4? Not quite, but he's got the nose in front. Now he's clear. New leader, Mark Thomas, top of the board, lap 60, 40 to go. It's a good battle for the lead, but you already see Mark Thomas putting a gap on the 26 of Wagner. You just got to wonder, did Mark use too much tire to make it happen? So we're going to have to see how that plays out as the race progresses on. Further back in the pack, fast truck Steve Requeno in the 7th spot in traffic. Jamie Kerr back there as well. Jamie came on strong for a bit, but he's slipped as well as Brian Rupert takes the spot away from the 75. Or does he? Into turn 3. Ben Choate, though, out of a cannon. He's hauling into turn 3. And running that low line now. It was up top for quite a while. Switching things up here. Jamie Kerr in the fence just a bit. Bounces it off the safer barrier. Continues on. The 2 of Brian Torsha involved here. Brian up to the 10th spot. Jamie Kerr slips back to 11th. Ben Choate in the fence off turn 2 once again, very similar to the caution that he brought out recently. Gathers the truck back up this time, doesn't make any more contact, but almost gets into the 2 of Brian Torsha. Tell Ben Choate giving that truck all it's worth. Maybe a little bit more. See Brian Rupert now making some moves here on the 29 of LaJoie. LaJoie looks strong at the restart, has slipped again. Going back to the 7th spot. Requeno now up to 6th. Kevin Feemster in the 5th position. Back towards the front, though, leader Mark Thomas he's got a mirror full of the 315 of Zach Millett. Zach Millett came out of nowhere. We talked about him last. He was about 7th or 8th. Now he's 2nd spot, 2 truck lengths behind the 50 of Mark Thomas. Cut through the field in a hurry here. Didn't even see it happen. Zach Millett like a magician at the wheel of that Chevy Silverado into turns 3 and 4. Lap 66 is up. About to be lap 67 as they work off turn 4. Drives it way deep into turn 1. The 315 almost to the tailgate of Mark Thomas off turn number 2. Takes a look to the inside. Is he going to make a move into 3? Yes, he is. Down low goes Zach Millett trying to take over the top spot. But here we go again. Mark Thomas using a little bit more momentum on that high side to defend that position. This goes back to the conversation we had recently about tire conservation. Did Mark Thomas burn up too much of his stuff? Battling there for the lead. Trying to get around the 26 of Wagner. He eventually did. He eventually put some distance on Shane Wagner, but Shane's now slipped back to 5th. Again, chewed up some tires battling the 50 as well. Is that the case here with Mark Thomas and Zach Millett? And again, you got to look at it from Zach's perspective. He had to work his way through traffic. He was in about the 7th or 8th position, if not deeper at the time of the restart. Now he does look to be a little bit quicker than Mark Thomas here off turn number 4/2. Down low, the 51 a newborn, slow. Italy Bravo cheering on Aaron Conover as Aaron Conover moves up to the 3rd spot. Zach Millett once again down low. Can't really get alongside of Mark Thomas for more than a moment there. Aaron Conover running in 3rd, about a 3/4 of a straightaway in behind these two. If the 2 front runners tangle, though, Aaron Conover is going to be right there to pick up the scraps. Coming to 30 laps to go here from Rockingham. Mark Thomas still leads, defending the top spot handily over Zach Millett. See how Zach handles the older tires as the run wears on. It didn't do so well in the first third of the race. Slipped back and lost some positions as the tires wore. Also might have been a combination of some guys getting fresh rubber and some not on that first caution. So still the battle on the racetrack, though, for the top spot. Mark Thomas, Zach Millett. Zach's not quitting, right there to the back bumper. Makes a look to the inside in 3. Once again, he's going to drive it in deep. Mark Thomas is going to take the high side again. Battle back on the top side with the momentum off of 4. Could have been a photo finish, but no, it's lap 73 going up on the board. Mark Thomas does lead it. Way up in the Larson line once again. Zach Millett might have him. Nope, not clear, not clear. Almost has to check up just a bit to avoid contact. Zach Millett tucks back in behind Mark Thomas. Great battle for the top spot here at Rockingham. And Zach Millett's in the fence off turn number 2. Looking back from Mark Thomas at the 315 of Zach Millett. Zach pounded the outside wall, kept the truck straight. Certainly has lost some ground. 6/10 the advantage for Mark Thomas. Don't know if that was any damage to the right side of Zach's truck. We're going to find out here momentarily as Zach tries to reel him back in. Caution flag is
clear.
out.
I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me?
Brian
Did not
Torsha
hear him
involved
call
in this
that
one.
caution.
Trouble for the
Your
2
radio
truck.
connection. Check the one on your headset, on your headboard actually, on your left-hand side, on your headrest. 1, 2, 3, loud and clear. You got a good copy?
26 laps to go on the speedway. Let's see what happened with the 2 of Brian Torsha. Contact with the 8 of Brian Rupert. Oh, big trouble for Brian Torsha. Gets in the fence and up on his lid. Couple of pirouettes on the roof. Scrapes the numbers off the top. Back on all 4s. Big trouble for the 2 of Brian Torsha. Looks like getting into turns 3 and 4. Brings us under caution once again on the speedway. Oh, that is it. Top leaders hitting the pit lane here. Just about everybody for that matter. Mark Thomas is in. Zach Millett going to be able to fix that damage on that machine. Lucky for him. This caution comes out timely for the 315. Fast repair used. Looks like going to be 4 tires in fuel for the 315 machine. Zach Millett, great stop, down and away, beats these guys out of the pits. Zach Millett's going to take over the top spot via the pit cycle. A great stop for Zach Millett, 14.22 seconds to Mark Thomas's 16.55 second stop. Steve Requino rolls out third with a 14.9, and Ben Choate fastest on the pit lane, a 14.17 in the box. Evan Feemster out with a 14.68. That's the top 5 after the pit stops. 25 laps to go here from Rockingham. I'm not 100% on the pit window this time, but I think 24 laps to go. We haven't gone back to green yet. I think these guys are good to go to the finish. Going to be a sprint. Got Zach Millett up front, fresh tires, fuel, fast repair. Mark Thomas. Trying to take a look here at Mark Thomas. I'm wondering if that's what he was trying to do, is get some repairs done. Didn't have the fast repair check. Hard to say. Truck looks pretty good, and it didn't look bad coming in either. I know we've seen him catch the outside wall off of 2 a couple of times, nothing too significant. But this late in the going, if you got the fast repair, you might as well use it. The truck looks good to go too. So top 5 trucks look to be all freshly repaired, topped off with fuel. Didn't see anybody gamble with 2 tires, so we've got a sprint to the finish with pretty much equal footing front to back. This car peels off. And Zach Millett in the throttle. A little bit of wheel spin on the restart. Nothing significant. Just got the stickers off the fresh Goodyears, and they're into one. Good restart for Mark Thomas and Steve Requeno. Top three get away right away, but Ben Choate not letting him go far. He's in the 4th spot. Truck out of shape off of 2. Keeps it going straight. 5th place truck Kevin Feemster there right in the mix as well. .21 laps to go. Zach Millett out front in command, putting some truck distance on the 50 of Mark Thomas. Mark Thomas about a truck length in front of the 24 of Requeno, and then a couple more back to Ben Choate in the 1. Anybody's race right now. Guys have all shown the ability to pass and repass. These top 4 trucks all strong here late in the going, especially on fresh tires. No sense in managing them now. 19 laps to go, 20 laps to go. Zach Millett still leads. Mark Thomas second, Steve Requeno, Ben Choate, Kevin Feemster the top 5. Fifth place truck Kevin Feemster, Shane Wagner there in 6th. Mike LaJoy 7th. Ben Choate still 4th. Ooh, Ben Choate loose off the corner. Straightens it out again. That's been a tough place for the 1 truck this afternoon. It's gotten into the fence, brought a caution out, almost done it a couple of more times, but he gathers it up this time. Ben Choate maintains the 4th spot, but now he's got a mirror full of the 26 of Shane Wagner. 18 laps to go. Ben Choate up top once again, running that Larson line. Real high, wide, handsome off the corner, carries the momentum. Wagner's going to tuck back in behind, going to make another look maybe to the inside the next time by, but a truck length advantage for the 1 of Ben Choate. Still maintains the 4th spot. Choate up top, Wagner down low, trying to make it work. So far, so good. Ben Choate gathered his thoughts and gotten back into a rhythm here. A few truck lengths back to the 26 of Wagner. Up front, though, it's still Zach Millett leading this race. He's got a distance of 1.2 seconds back to Mark Thomas. .15 laps to go from Rockingham. Zach Millett continues to lead. Starting to check out here on Mark Thomas. It's 1.3 seconds. It seems he picks up a 10th every lap. Top 3 getting spread out here. Kevin Feemster still fighting for the 6th spot. Lost the 5th position to Wagner a bit ago. Now under pressure from the 29 of Mike LaJoy. Working into turns 3 and 4. Feemster up top at number 7, Sugarland's Shine. Ford F-150. Mike LaJoy, the Silverado, down low. Jamie Kerr into the picture as well, trying to follow the 29 through, but LaJoy can't pull it off, at least not yet. Down low once again, trying to take over this position. This is for the 6th spot. Looks like LaJoy may have him off of 2 into turns 3. And Jamie Kerr going to try and follow the line through. Kevin Feemster starting to free fall just a bit. Now back to the 8th spot, or is he? At least at the line, he's going to hold on to 7th. Oh, contact. Kevin Feemster and Jamie Kerr. Trouble in the back straightaway. The 75 in the inside wall. Caution is out. Let's get a look at that one here. Jamie Kerr and Kevin Feemster coming to blows off of turn number 2. 75 occurred down low. Feemster trying a bit of a crossover, it looks like. Had a good run off of turn 2. Gets to the inside. Real good drive off, but then just drives into the left rear of Jamie Kerr. Sends him to the inside wall. Watch from the onboard. Kevin Feemster. And off of turn 2. Got a real good run. Jamie could have come up a little higher. Just kind of got to judge if he's going to take that full exit or not. But either way, both trucks make contact, and a little bit of right front damage on the 7 and pretty significant damage to the 75. So this is going to change things a bit. Top 5, really everybody isn't going to pit. I don't think they've got enough tires left to do that at this point. So they're in the beds that they have made. They're going to have to sleep in them. Got 9 laps to go, coming to 8 to go. Don't forget, we do have the opportunity for green-white checkers if we happen to go that deep into this and then get a caution. Zach Millett looking, just looking. The other question is fuel. I know we talked about, with 25 or so laps to go, should have been more than enough to make it to the end. I know they're running on 65% fuel. So again, if we do get into a situation where we have a green-white checkered finish, that could come into play. Again, not 100% sure on what the pit window is this afternoon. Either way, could play a factor. Speaking of fuel, here Mark Thomas just clutching it, running here at idle. Yeah, there you go. Either at idle or all the way up in 4th gear, just cruising. You see the tack just to the left of the frame there. I know we can't see the whole thing, but definitely trying to save as much fuel as possible here under caution, just in case. Got to go to a bit of an overtime. Here's what we're going to get the green flag here with 6 laps to go. Field formed up, ready to get rolling here. Pace car about to peel off the banking. It does. Millett can fire whenever.
Green flag.
He does. Waits on the flag, actually, but he gets and goes. Truck length, maybe 2 truck length advantage as he goes into turn 1. Steve Requino quick to jump on Mark Thomas. Takes the 2nd spot. Quite there. Yes, he's going to clear him off of 2. Requino up to 2nd. Off turn number 2 with 6 laps to go. Mark Thomas going to battle back to the inside, and we got trouble. Shane Wagner, it looked like, involved. Caution does not come out. Not sure if there was contact between himself and the one of Ben Choate. But a tough break for Shane Wagner. And there is a caution. Caution does come out. Well, let's get a look at it. I'm pretty sure that caution was due to the incident with the 26. Let's take a look. little late in it here, it appears. I'm going to rewind this. And it's not my fun thing to do, but all right, so this is going to start off of turn number 2. You see the 26 of Wagner, the red truck down low. Ben Choate, middle lane, the My Cricket makes number 1, that white, pink, and black. Real tight on the right rear of the 26. Just got the nose around. Both trucks come off the corner. Choate goes real high. Stays out of the way. In fact, Choate might have gotten into the wall just a bit. Yes, he does. Actually, he does come down, clips the right rear of the 26 inadvertently. Ben's had some trouble off turn 2 all afternoon long. He keeps clipping it and just getting loose off the corner. Unfortunately, in this case, makes contact with the 26 of Shane Wagner, and for a ride, he goes to the inside. Tough break for the 26 of Shane Wagner. We're under caution here once again, late in the going. This is going to push us, I believe, to our first green-white checkered. It is, so first attempt. Ben Choate in the pit lane got some pretty significant damage on that machine as well. Not sure if he's just calling it, having some struggles off of turn 2, or if he just has too much repairs to get completed. I know he used at least one fast repair early on. Not sure if he did use both. See that truck come down off the Jackson. He rolls away. Maybe no other fast repairs for the one truck, but got it as good as he's going to get it here to at least get another attempt at a green-white checkered finish in. And we've got 3 attempts if we need them. This will be our first. Zach Millett going to have another perfect restart. Steve Requino had a great one the last time, was able to get to the inside of Mark Thomas, take that spot away. Truckers are getting anxious already, 2 by 2. We're not even at the line. Want to get this thing settled. Pace car lights go out, so we are on the 1 to go. You know, this time, let's watch this restart from aboard the 50 of Mark Thomas and see what he sees. Kind of jump that Zach Millett can pull off here. And if Requino can time it just right, or maybe Mark Thomas can pull a fast one on Steve Requino. Again, they've kind of switched roles from the last restart. Mark Thomas was down low, lost, or was up top, lost the spot because Requino was down low, had the preferred line. We'll see. Pace car's down. Good jump by the 315 of Zach Millett, and as does Mark Thomas into turn number 1. Might have this spot taken away. Yes, he does. Clears the 24. Mark Thomas quickly up to the 2nd spot, much like the 24 did to him the last restart, but Steve Requino battling back into turn number 3. Goes up to the high side, keeps the momentum up. Mark Thomas stays down low, blocks the lane. A little bit of a crossover maybe coming by Requino. Nope, not yet. White flag is in the air, though. Zach Millett into turns 1 and 2 with a healthy advantage. Half second back to Mark Thomas. Down the backstretch. Thunder Alley for the final time. Zach Millett looked strong all afternoon, was mid-pack for a while, has quickly battled his way back to the front of the field, looking strong off of turn number 4, looking for a checkered flag from Rockingham Motor Speedway in the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. Zach Millett wins. Mark Thomas brings it home second. Steve Requino comes home third. Mike LaJoy and Brian Rupert round out your top 5. Little friendly donut there for Mark Thomas. Everybody doing donuts. What it's all about. These guys come out here and have a good time. That's the whole point of being here. Winner doesn't just get to do donuts. Whoever wants to stick around afterwards and do donuts can do donuts. Zach Millett, strong run here this afternoon at Rockingham. Brings it home. The winner. We're going to step aside here, take a short break. We'll be back. Interviews with our top 3 after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Rockingham, North Carolina, the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. In the books, Zach Millett is victorious. We're going to go down to Zach here in just a moment and get a word with our winner. Second was Mark Thomas. Third, Steve Requino. Let's see if we can pull up Zach here first. Get a word with our winner. Zach, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Steve. How are you?
Doing good, man. Congratulations on the win. Tell me about your game plan coming into the race. I know you were out front relatively quickly, took the lead away from pole sitter Requino. Then you see you kind of got caught up near the rear for a little while. I don't know if that was a tire related issue, but you slowly but surely worked your way back towards the front. What was the strategy?
Well, I felt pretty comfortable in a short run. Any kind of long run, no matter how much practice I did, I just couldn't hang. I had a lot of drop off, and I fell back there because I sped on pit lane. And that was not the smartest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, the speeding limit penalty, that can be a problem, and that's very, very impressive, actually. I didn't realize that you had a penalty out of that, so good job battling back. Staying on the lead lap for starters. I assume you were able to pay that penalty under yellow?
Yeah, it was to the end of the field, or the rear end of the field.
Okay, so that's not terrible. It's not fun, but you managed to work your way back towards the front of the field, and we only had 2 sets of tires to work with this afternoon. What lap did you take that set on? Was it that last caution with about 25 to go?
Yeah, we I think most of us saved our last set for about then.
Had the thing set on kill, was able to hold off the advances from Steve Requino and Mark Thomas. Pretty good battles with you guys there throughout the race. Tell us about that.
It's always fun racing these guys because, you know, they're going to race you clean no matter what. And it just doesn't get much better than, you know, trying to pass somebody clean and not just, you know, running into them or vice versa.
Well, certainly fun to watch. You guys put on a good show, varying lines across the speedway, high, low, middle, didn't seem to matter. It was fun to watch. You did a good job, and you brought that thing home with the checkered flag. Zach, before we let you get out of here, is there anybody you got to thank? Looks like a new paint scheme on that truck.
Yeah, I definitely have to thank the wife for helping me out with Photoshop. I did a crash course in Photoshop this past week, and it's a nightmare. I am not smart enough for Photoshop, but
It-
so big thanks to her.
It's certainly a huge struggle. I started out with GIMP, which is kind of a cheap Photoshop free knockoff, and then I kind of do both now, and I haven't really mastered either one of them. So my heart goes out to you on that one. So good luck going forward.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Zach, congratulations, man. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck with the next one.
Thanks, buddy.
That was Zach Millett, your winner here at Rockingham Motor Speedway. Next, we're going to go speak with Mark Thomas, the Brit himself. Mark is our second place finisher. Mark, Steve in the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Steve, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, sir. Congratulations again, a second place finish. You look tough out there. Don't know if you had anything for the 315 of Zach Millett or not. You certainly seemed like there was something there for a while. Was there anything you could have done with Zach, or was it just you got all the truck was going to give you?
On a long run, I think I may have had something for him. If it was anything over 25, 30 laps, my truck seemed to come to me. But on the short runs, nah. Anything under 25 laps, no. He's too quick on. He's just too quick on the short run. I've got nothing for him.
Well, unfortunately, the bed was kind of made there with that late caution. Not so much the ones near the end of the race, but the 25 lap to go restart. Everybody had fresh tires, all equal footing, and that's just outside your window, starting to close the gap. So unfortunately, not able to make it work, but you still look sharp out there. I see you played a little switcheroo there with Steve Requino. He kind of busted you on one of the restarts and took second away, and then we had another caution and opportunity, and well, the shoe was on the other foot. You had the low lane, and you got him, and you took the second spot. So well done for that, sir.
Yeah, the trouble with the outside was that if you tried to launch it off in second, it would just wheel spin, and that was my problem. When I heard that go, I planted it, and it just spanned, so I had to grab third, and by that time Steve was gone. Unfortunately, we got another caution, and then I was on the inside. I planted it in second, and it just hooked up, and off it went. And poor old Steve, poor old Steve, he had exactly the same thing I had. There's something about that outside that just wouldn't hook up.
Well, again, it works out in the end for you. A runner-up finish here at Rockingham. It was a good race. It was fun to watch, fun to call. Good to see the battles really all over the racetrack, yourself included. I see you got a little bit different paint on this truck here this afternoon. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's because Ben Choate, I'm calling him out right now. He's been hounding me for weeks now, months even, that he was getting sick and tired of seeing my white truck out in front. So now he's been beaten by a blue truck out in front. So there you go.
So blame Ben Choate. All right, Mark. Well, again, congratulations. Thanks for chatting with us, man. Before we let you go, of course, who do you have to thank?
Bad Obsession Motorsport, Simplicity, Tabitha Brown from My Cricket Makes, LSI, Litchfield Speciality, D. Dixon and Sons Trucking, all of the guys who sponsor the league themselves, Rupert Clan, the whole OG league for just putting on a great race. That was tough. And yourself for doing the broadcast as well, Steve. You're a legend as always.
I'll give you a 9.5 on the sponsor plug. Well done, sir.
Thanks.
That's Mark Thomas, your runner-up. Good luck at the next one, Mark. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, buddy.
Next, we'll go to Steve Requino, our pole sitter, third place finisher on the grid. Steve, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy. And we lost him. This time, nope, lost him again. Steve, maybe we'll go to you in the green room. You got a copy? I don't know if your mic is muted, but give it another try. Steve Requino having some issues with the mic here. We got you, Steve?
You got me?
Hey, there we go. All right. Third place finisher, Steve Requino on the pole. Didn't stay out front too long. Was this truck just kind of set up to be a long run truck, or did you have some other issues that you want to talk about, or tell us about the run?
No, I just killed the right front, but surprised I got the pole. Had a terrible lap one, got way sideways off of 2 the first lap, and somehow got the pole. But I'll take it, but just absolutely killed the right front that first run there.
Kind of what we thought. Tires are so important here at Rockingham. Abrasive surface. Guys that can save tires tend to be around at the end, but you were around at the end. You still finished top 3. I know we had a late caution. Everybody had the opportunity to get some tires. Did you learn anything about conserving that right front throughout that late run, or was it just go time at that point?
I was once the 315 and 50 got out, I was just okay. I'm just gonna save just in case a caution came out, and it did. That last restart, I restarted in third. Everybody was having issues restarting in second, so I thought, let's not spin the tires here, and it killed me. But I can't be mad. Rebounded, had a great race after that, so I'll take it.
Yeah, we kind of had that conversation with Mark Thomas about the little switcheroo between you and him on the restarts. The first late race restart, you had the third place restart position, but that was on the low lane, and you just chewed up Mark Thomas right away. But of course, the next caution comes out, shoes on the other foot, and he eats you up on the final restart of the day. So unfortunately for you, you finished third. But again, still a good run, top 3 finish. Is there anything you could have done to chase down Mark Thomas at that point, or was just, you're going to take what you can get?
Once he cleared me, it was pretty much over from there. Again, probably I should have went with my gut and restarted in second, but it is what it is. But it's just fun racing these guys. They're so good and so fast and all respectable, so we'll take it.
Certainly been a fun one to watch, Steve. Before we let you go, though, is there anybody you need to thank?
Just the sponsors and you for broadcasting and everybody that makes it league run so smoothly.
All right, Steve Requino, thanks for chatting with us, man. Congratulations. Good luck the next one.
Yeah, thank you.
With Steve Requino, your third place finisher here at Rockingham. Those are your top 3 finishers: Zach Millett, Mark Thomas, Steve Requino. Rest of the finishing order: Mike LaJoy was the 4th place finisher. 5th place was Brian Rupert. Pete Woodrum was 6th. Kevin Feemster 7th. Jamie Kerr was 8th. Eric Beadle 9th. Brian Torsha rounds out the top 10. Aaron Conover was 11th. Ben Choate 12th. 13th was Shane Wagner. Ronaldo McKinnon 14th. Kevin Newborn 15th. And Joe Marks, classified 16th, did not start. That is your finishing order here from Rockingham Motor Speedway. Gotta thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. YouTube, Facebook, please give us that follow, that like, that share, that subscribe. Turn those notifications on, because every time we go live, of course, that's what notifications do, you'll get a notification. Facebook.com/HollerBoysRacingTV, or on the YouTube side, also Hollerboys Racing TV. We've got a Monday night opening up here coming up in a couple of weeks. You know anybody looking for a broadcast partner, send them our way. We certainly would appreciate that. Trying to keep all of our dates filled. This is a fresh opening coming up here in the springtime, so that would be much appreciated. But again, thank you guys all for watching and subscribing, being a participant here in the stream chat. Again, I wasn't too chatty in that because it was lots of action to call tonight, but I do appreciate it. It's been a good race, good run, good truck series. Looking forward to more here. Again, next week we've got more races coming up: Wednesday, Thursday, and again Saturday, all at 7:45 in the East, all with the OG Racing League. Be sure to tune in. Again, turning those notifications on will certainly help you get reminded that, hey, the race is getting ready to start. We go live about 10 minutes before qualifying starts, so you kind of get that notification early, so you got time to make a sandwich or a steak and grab yourself a frosty beverage from the fridge and sit down and relax. So again, thank you all for watching. That's going to do it for us here at Rockingham Speedway. I'm Steve Singer with HBR TV. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great night.